Hey guys, Zenith Darksky here with another reaction video, and this time we're reacting to the next episode from CashualChuck, the next SB19 documentary episode from CashualChuck, SB19 story episode 2, The Zone. So we're gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive, learning a little bit more about SB19 on this one, just to give 18 a little bit more content on this channel as well. I know it's been a little stale. I am working on doing P-PopCon reactions as well. But either way, before we get into this though, real quick, I do want to ask everybody, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, but you've been enjoying the type of content I do, or you want to see future content like this, please do hit that sub button. As said in the chat as said in the comments by many people now, you can indeed sub before I am done talking about subscribing. It's that quick. You can just go down there and hit that sub button to test it out. Either way, let's go ahead and get into this reaction. He's right. He's right. We do not make money off of most of these things. Reactions and stuff, especially.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy. Just a quick correction to episode 1, Josh didn't only recruit Ken but also Justin. Josh told Justin about the workshop, which gave him the opportunity to become a Show BT trainee. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Thank you. Thank you for the correction, Chuck. Also, shout out to CashualChuck. If you guys haven't already subscribed to him, please do.
Has that one thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Like they're in control. Everything else could be going completely haywire.
Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo yan? Talagang style yan o ano?
Like the world is completely falling apart around you.
Sana makita ng tao paano kami naghihirap.
But when you're doing that one thing, life is wonderful.
Right. He's right.
And that makes everything worth it.
That's one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of SB19. I was actually having a conversation with a friend who I haven't got to speak to a whole lot until I moved back to my hometown recently. And he was over one day, and we were talking about, like, he was like, hey, I've watched some of your reaction videos. Shout out to him. I don't know if he wanted me saying his name. But he was like, I've been watching some of your videos, and that's been, that's introduced me to some music that I wouldn't have normally known. So that's cool. And that, that's something great, a great part of this. But, we were actually talking about, he was like, so what got you, reacting to some of those people and stuff like that. And, I've thought about it. And I think that's one of the things that attracts me the most to SB19 isn't even the music. The personalities and the fact that they really push the thought process, of, hey, we have ups and downs and stuff, but once you're doing the thing that you like to do, whatever that may be, you'll be happier. And that's something that I push. I mean, I push that on my friends, where I'm like, do whatever makes you happy, even if it's not the most successful thing, or the thing that gets you the most money, or anything like that. If it makes you happier, or if it gives you something, whether it be money or time or anything like that, and it makes you happier, I think ultimately that is the best thing, right? Living your dream, or it doesn't even have to be a dream as much as just doing something you like to do, and they really push that, where they're like, hey, you can live your dream, you can do what you want to do and be happy doing that. That's one of the things I love about them so much. I don't mean to just stop there and rant in the middle of this right here at the beginning, but it's just, it reminded me of that. CashualChuck's intro here reminded me of that, where I was like, you know what? I think that's one of the biggest reasons I like them, is they push that. And, you know, I that's one of my strongest messages that I send people on my streams or here is do what makes you happy, you know, do live your dreams and stuff. Either way, we'll go on.
몬테로 씨, 검사 결과가 나왔습니다.
임신인가요?
Is this a show?
아니요, 임신은 아닙니다.
Then why do I feel weak lately?
Mrs. Montero, you are HIV positive.
What? What's happening?
Addie Hong. She could have easily become a popular celebrity in the Philippines. Back in Korea, she was a well-established theater actress, a vocal, dance, and beauty coach, a one-woman show. But instead, she chose to use her experience to guide and nurture the boys to reach their highest potential.
Oh, okay.
Along with Tatang Robin, she was also one of the main reasons why SB19 is where they are now. She is popularly known as Miss Honganda, and we will see her often in this video.
Okay.
Before SB19's debut, they tried to establish an online presence. So on May 16, 2018, they created their Facebook page. This could possibly be the unofficial date they were formed. They started posting song covers like these.
Send me your location.
Ooh, that's actually really good though.
I just need the time and place to come through. Yeah. I hope he buys you flowers. I hope he holds your hand.
And dance covers like these.
Lean with it, stab with it, hit them folk now stab with it. Nay, then you stop.
They became more active in social media while maintaining the regular performances in small events. They did this until it was almost time for their
I know that
debut.
grind, man. I know that grind for sure.
Good news for you guys. Kasi after the very, very long wait, finally, yes, finally, we will be releasing our debut single entitled Tila Luha!
October 26, 2018. SB19 finally debuted with their ballad single called Tila Luha. But did you know that it wasn't the only song that they had at the time? They also had Love Goes, but they chose to debut with Tila Luha to capture the hearts of the Filipino people because the lyrics are in Tagalog. They then started promoting their debut song in every way they could think of. November 17, 2018 marked SB19's first ever live stream to promote their debut single.
Magsimula natin ang first SB Talent Camp Facebook Live.
몇명 보고 있는 거야?
3. Let's wait for 10 na lang. 10 viewers.
Despite the very few viewers, they went all out to entertain them.
여러분, 저는 너무 배고파요.
Height is already good. Wait.
Jesus.
Sa wakas, dumating na rin ang oras na aking pinakahihintay. Matagal-tagal na rin nagsalay. Sige lang, sige, hano pa.
It's weird with things like this because it definitely seems a lot more awkward only knowing that they had such a small view count, which is weird. You know, being someone who also streams and everything, that is an odd phenomenon where acting out or you know, talking or singing or anything like that definitely feels a lot weirder for a small view count than it does for a bigger view count. But it doesn't change the fact that in that room that they're in, those people aren't there anyways. But for some reason, you can still feel that tension and that energy coming through the camera. So I like, because you could tell there at the beginning, they're like, well, let's wait for 10. And, you know, they were all kind of quiet and everything. because you know it's in your head. What if we don't hit the 10? You know, what if we don't get to 10? Then we're just waiting for a while. Either way, I just wanted to say that I know that feeling of you know, doing things and getting really excited and doing like crazy things and stuff like that for like 3 people. Happens. Why does he have that hammer?
Ladies and gentlemen, among the SB19 is a chic member.
Yep, they did all that in front of just a little over 10 viewers. You can still
That's so
watch
cool,
the whole
though.
live stream to this day on their official Facebook page. They also perform in schools, malls, nursing homes, and even orphanages, but their debut only received a lukewarm reception. The stream count didn't move as fast as they have hoped for.
Right.
Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But their grind continued.
It happens, man. It sucks. It feels bad too when that
After
happens.
the disappointing debut, they started preparing for a comeback.
Today, nandito kami sa recording studio. Nagre-record kami ng kanta namin. Ito mismo yung parang kwento ng SB19.
Yung lyrics mismo ng song namin is about pangarap ng SB19, kung paano nagsimula yung lahat. Ito po talaga yung kantang gugulat sa lahat.
They collaborated with a critically acclaimed Korean producer, Oh Woon Lee, who's behind the success of TVXQ and Stray Kids.
I've never heard of
with
either
the
of
help
those
the
groups.
boys wrote the song as they began to enter.
I think some of you have requested Stray Kids, and maybe I have reacted to Stray Kids once or twice. But I think I've seen the name in the comments once or twice, so it may be on the reaction list if I haven't reacted to them yet, but still interesting.
The Go Up era. They started practicing their Go Up dance routine, which was intricately choreographed by Stell and Ken. They were required to practice 30 times daily until they reached 1,000 reps.
I remember
and
that.
boy, they did it. They were even challenged to perform the dance routine at double speed. Yep, that was not even in fast forward. Now that they have reached the quota, it was time for them to shoot the music video. July 19, 2019. SB19 dropped their Go Up music video. Expectations were higher because this was the song that showcased their singing, dancing, and songwriting skills. But for some reason, it has also met a lukewarm reception. They then started promoting the song using the methods they know. They even reacted to their own music video. But none of their efforts made a significant impact. After that, you would think that it was the biggest setback. But not until August 17, 2019. This was when the Go Up press conference happened. This was supposed to be an effort for them to establish a presence in the media world. They were interviewed by professional journalists, but instead of receiving a warm welcome, most of what they got was straight up disrespect.
Pero kanina pa ako bothered. Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo yan?
Really quickly, I want to stop there just because I thought he might hit on it more, but he didn't. That's something a lot of people don't know, you know, with YouTubers or streamers or music artists and bands and stuff like that. People don't understand that there's a time where, you know, the numbers are really low. Like a lot of people, the majority of people that like a lot of bands and music and stuff like that only finds them after they're big or after they have a pretty established following or whatever. That's a pretty big part of it is the early grind, you know? of putting stuff out, putting content out, and it just not doing the way you want it to do. That happens, you know? So I like that he's putting that into perspective here and showing that off and being like, remember, these guys were trying early on, but it just wasn't working for them.
Talagang style yan o ano? Hindi lang ginawang style ah.
Yung style ko po ba or yung name ko? Kasi po, clear ko po, yung name ko po, Stel. Kasi po galing po siya, yung full name ko po is Stel Bester po. Ako, Stel Bester po. Opo, kasi po yung mama ko po, idol niya po si Sylvester Stallone. Kaya doon niya po pinasa yung name ko po. Tapos po, yung style ko naman po ngayon, actually po, hindi ko po alam eh. Kumbaga, kung ano lang po yung naisip ko, ito yung sukat ko, sige, ganito na nga naging buhok ko, parang ganito po, yun na lang po yung inaisip ko. Pero wala po.
So lahat kayo straight?
Opo. Pero,
What?
may gulot po. May gulot po. Ako lang. Kung sakali na po gulot talaga ako, wala naman po masama doon.
Hindi ba, siguro nilawin ko lang po yung Estel. Kasi po, madalas po siya kasi mas matagal na po kami magkaibigan. Close din po kasi siya madalas sa mga babae. So siguro po, baka po akalain yung medyo weird po yung kasi may club siya ngayon, no? Parang bakla talaga. Ay. Bali po,
Why would that matter though?
Hindi, joke lang. Pero yun nga po, ganun lang po siguro, parang medyo meron lang po siya ibang parang manners na girly, pero hindi po, wala pong ganun sa
is na-clear na kanina about sa bading issue. Kasi sabi nyo kanina, may mga pa-holding yan sa kayakap.
You're not bothered by the fact that you sound like a kid. Hindi kayo napapakala dun sa tunog nyo na hindi kayo Pilipino.
This is also showing off something that it's a very real thing with a lot of these groups and artists and everything is I know it looks rough and it sounds rough with what's happening to them right here. The questions are being asked and how they're kind of being berated here. But you have to understand that happens probably at every like press conference and interviews and stuff like that. You just don't usually see those parts because they cut, because people cut them out because they're not enjoyable to watch. Nobody wants to watch people, get insulted or anything like that. Well, some people do, but either way. So, it's good to see this. To see that they're actually handling themselves pretty well in terms of the questions and stuff that they're being asked.
Hindi po kami nababother kasi po, sa totoo
Kasi ako bother ako.
Despite all the judgment, they handled the interview professionally. As the event concluded, the boys broke down to tears backstage and comforted each other. Perhaps they're just human beings, and the thick skin they develop all throughout those years can only take so much punishment, especially when it went straight to their hearts.
Right.
They all broke down. This made them question themselves if they were still doing the right thing. It casted so much doubt that it made them all decide to call it quits. Everyone left, except Stel. He received the most hate, but he was the one left standing. Perhaps he was a good example of someone who has entered the zone. Someone who managed to tap into the altered state of consciousness where time disappears and he becomes so focused that not even judgment could stop him from doing what he loves. But he knew for a fact that he can never do it alone. And there he was, alone.
It's good for him though,
But only for a moment.
He was able to keep that
Josh
strength.
had a realization to not give up because people have not seen everything yet. This prompted the other members to return and witness their lives change in just one fateful day when their Go Up dance practice got uploaded on YouTube on September 2, 2019. It quickly went viral, which opened a lot of doors for SB19 to have TV guestings and live performances.
May group hug? Okay. Sige. Oo, dyan lang kayo.
Introduce yourself. Get in the zone. Break. Hi, we are SB19.
My name is Spice Kita. I am the wittiest of ABS-CBN.
As the world started to notice them, their YouTube channel grew exponentially. Their dance practice video reached 1 million views in just a week, then 2 million a month
That's crazy.
later.
I still haven't had one
Wait
do
a
a million.
minute.
That's really
Who's Aura?
crazy.
November 2, 2019.
So for the final announcement of the fandom name, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
18. What's mean?
Una-una sa lahat, pag pinakinggan mo siya, 18 siya, di ba? 18. So kasi kami, SB19, 18, 19.
That guy's wild, isn't he?
So if there's no 18, then also there's no SB19.
Yes. Kasi kumbaga, syempre, 18 muna bago natin. 17, 18, 19. Pag walang 18, hindi makakarating sa 19. Another meaning. So if you're going to read this, 18, it could also be read as atin. So, all the success, all the lahat ng natatamo natin ngayon, atin to, ours. Everything is ours. Hindi lang sa amin, kundi
I
sa
always
inyo
think
rin.
that that's a super sweet and wholesome kind of meaning behind the fandom name.
Kumbaga, yung dreams natin, pangarap, problems, everything, we will share together. Atin yan, lalaban tayo, kaya natin yan lahat. Lastly, gusto talaga namin i-special mention yung Orum sa lahat-lahat. Kasi sa totoo lang, talagang sila yung unang sumuporta sa amin nung hindi pa nila, wala pang nakakilala sa amin sa grupo namin. Kaya thankful kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, A, ibig sabihin yan, Orum. Orum and SB.
That guy is wild, man.
Masaya po kayo sa lahat sa fandom name na nagawa po ng grupo namin. And katulad nga po, 18, atin, sama-sama tayong aangat. We will go up.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when 18 was born. So what does it mean to be in the zone? Was it really only Stell that entered it? If you think about it, even before the other members decided to quit, they were already done with the dance practice. That alone made the press conference irrelevant. It didn't even matter that it happened. It turned out that actually all of them have always been in the zone. Being in the zone is what allowed them to defy all the odds. It was the zone that allowed a 5-foot man in the NBA. It was the zone that allowed a man living in the streets to rise up and become a billionaire. It was the zone that took an idea from someone's head to the moon. It was the zone that won wars, and lack of it had lost. It is the zone that separates their ideas and dreams from a materialistic reality. Manny, Efren, Catriona,
I'm actually a really big fan of Manny Pacquiao.
SB19. What do they have in common?
Nice. All right. Another great video from Casual Chuck there. If you guys are enjoying these, please tell me down in the comments and hit that like button for me, so that I know if you want to keep seeing me react to his mini documentary kind of episodes that he's doing here. Overall, I really like this one because it, I mean, the whole thing really, the first episode and this kind of shows really the what am I trying to say here? The human, humanizes the group a lot, which these guys, in interviews and everything are super humble and everything, so they don't really need humanizing, but it helps to do that, to put that into perspective. Also, I like this episode and everything, but I do want to say, as somebody who analyzes stuff and breaks stuff down and everything, I do want to say that I do think his usage of the zone got a little extreme there toward the end, talking about like war and everything like that. But overall, another great video from Casual Chuck here, and that's not any hate on him or anything like that. It's just a small criticism, you know. I definitely think that speech probably rings true to people, and people probably do appreciate it, and I appreciate it. I just, you know, I think it was a little bit of a stretch, but it works, you know, it goes with it. Either way, really like this episode. Cannot wait for episode 3. Also, it looks like there's a story episode 0 about 3 missing members. So if you guys want to see me react to that and then episode 3 as well, please tell me down below in the comments. Other than that, share around so your friends can throw their thoughts, comments, and suggestions at us too, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you've been enjoying the content over here, we're on our way to 10,000. We're trying to make our way through 6 right now to hopefully get to around 7.5, so that, you know, that'll be a decent milestone. But then 10,000 is a big milestone. Got some cool stuff planned for 10,000. So hit that sub button if you haven't already. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you.